Island Girl, and I'm back with another one. And this one is 10 reasons the US is better than Europe. This one is coming from The World According to Briggs. The link for this will be in the description below. Please go over and show them some love. Now, I did a video about 10 reasons why Europe is better than the USA. And I was like amazed at what I saw and heard. Don't get me wrong. I know every country has its ups and downs. And though I know it's not all hunky-dory, and I know it's all not smooth sailing. I know it have its bad part, and I know it has, it's setback. Though I'm not an idiot, guys. I get that. But I'm just saying, I was in love with what I saw. And yeah, if you're going to showcase your country, you're going to showcase the good part. That's just life. We just have to pick sense out of nonsense or use common sense to say, all right, we know it's not all that peachy, but for what it is shown and for how they treat their citizens, that's amazing compared to what is taking place in America in certain areas. It's that simple. To me, it's that split dry down the middle. That's how I see it. So it's your Island Girl. Welcome. I hope you guys will come on in, hit the like and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. And to all my regular schmeglers, day one, Silpa City Fools, come on in right back. Put a smile on your face and enjoy this reaction with the Island Girl. All right? If you wish to support the channel, there's a join button to become a member to the channel. Once you click on it, you will see all the perks that are offered. All right? With that said, let's get into this video. 10 reasons the US is better than Europe. Here we go right about now.
Going on, everyone? Welcome back to World According to Briggs and a video about why the United States is so much better than Europe. This video came about after getting emails from Europeans for close to 3 years now telling me why the US sucks and Europe is so much better. I get these all the time. They often bring up some good, valid points, but they also like to hint at things like we're all just rude, arrogant, and dumb. That can be true about Americans, but that can be true about anyone. It's not like Americans have cornered the market on being rude. These people always act like they have it so much better in Europe, and the only thing the US has ever done was start wars. Honestly, that's like the general theme. That's what they always seem to go to, is we start wars. But US does have some bad things, and the US has some great things. Sure. Just like Europe. Every country, every town, every village, and every neighborhood has its good and its bad. If you don't understand that, you're kind of dumb. So let's take a look in no particular order at some things that make the US a far better option than Europe. Okay, here goes. Number 10, World Wars. We don't have them. We never have. We hopefully never will. We just don't have world wars here in the United States. We've had a civil war and we've had some other things. And before you do, stop typing. Yes, Pearl Harbor was part of World War II and it was on American soil, but that was just an attack that took a couple hours. The Japanese also did take hold of some rock outcropping we had in the Bering Sea near Alaska. They stayed there for a couple months. We didn't even try and chase them out. But when it comes to world wars, no real combat on American soil other than those. We've joined other wars. Matter of fact, we joined 2 world wars in Europe to help Europe. I don't know if you Europeans remember, but there was this German guy with a funny little mustache, and he had plans for all of Europe and pretty much the entire world. If it wasn't for the United States, there's a good chance his dream would have come true. Over 100,000 U.S. servicemen lost their lives in combat during World War II. In World War I, it was about 116,000. So we may have started some wars in our history, but we sure have helped out Europe with a couple of theirs. And from the looks of it, might be a third one on the way.
Interesting. When he put it that way, I'm like, yeah, he's right. Never started. Went in it. A lot of life lost in it. But it wasn't started. He's right.
Number 9, amusement parks. That World War II thing, World War I, was kind of depressing. So let's look at amusement parks. We excel at amusement parks. Europe has some wonderful things to do, don't get me wrong, but we set the bar for amusement parks. The Six Flags amusement parks, our water parks, Disneyland, Disney World, Cedar Point, Hershey Park, Busch Gardens, Universal, King's Dominion, Kings Island, and one of my personal favorites growing up was Knott's Berry Farm. It's not the biggest and it's not one of the best, but it's just got a place in my heart. So it gives gets a mention. Euro Disney's nice, Euro Park, Port Adventura, Future Scope. Those are all nice, but it's nothing compared to what we got going on here in the United States. Okay, Legoland started in Europe, and that's pretty cool. We got some here in the United States, but we still blow everyone out of the water when it comes to amusement parks. No.
See, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Because, I ain't gonna lie, the amusement parks here aren't no jokes. And the water parks, Disney World, been. Six Flags, been. Different amusement, been to so many. And I'm like, my tummy twists and turns. Even though I hate the heights, I do take certain rides, but my heart be plummeting out of my chest. But you gotta give due where due is concerned when it comes on to amusement park. And I know you guys have a lot too as well in Europe, because I have seen a video with a couple of them, but I think I'm gonna lean on the side of America beats you guys when it comes on to amusement park.
Number 8, the U.S. economy. If you don't know, the U.S. economy is huge. It's by far the biggest economy in the world. The United States annual GDP is about $21 trillion. In a distant second, you have China with an annual GDP of $14.72 trillion. After that, you got Japan with $5.06 trillion GDP. At number 4, you get your first European country, and it's Germany. They only have a $3.85 trillion annual GDP. Then the United Kingdom is 2.76. And then after that, you got India. And then finally, France, 2.63. Italy, 1.89. And if you look outside of countries, the state of California would come in 5th place with 3.4 trillion. So my question to the Europeans are, if we suck that bad, why do we make so much money? And feel free to leave comments about how we're corrupt and we take advantage of other countries like your countries don't also.
I gotta give the US that too as well. When this video started, I was wondering where he was gonna go with these 10 reasons why the US is better than Europe. But you gotta give the US this one as well. Yeah, I didn't even realize they were that far ahead. I know we were ahead, but then 21 compared to 15, and then Europe is 4th or 5th place. This country makes money. We can't go around that. I did a video. I'm gonna link it right here, talking about if you wanna make money or the US is the place to be. If you wanna have, a more subtle, easier way of life, then you can move to Europe. So I'm gonna put that one, and you guys can check that out.
Number 7. Our technology. The United States has invented most of the really cool stuff. Sure, Europe has come up with the guillotine and the Iron Maiden, but the United States has come up with things like the personal computer in 1971, the weed whacker in 1971. 1972, we came up with the video game console. 72 also gave us the MRI. 73 gave us the cell phone. This is all before 1980. In 1978, we invented microwave popcorn. 1986, we gave you the 3D printer. 1996, we gave you Google. 2005, we gave you YouTube. I should say 2004, we gave you Facebook also, but that's kind of working against us these days, it seems like. Along with in 2006, Twitter showed up. We also gave you the COVID-19 vaccine. I know some of you don't think that was a good thing, but a lot of people do. You want to go way back? 1938, we invented the chocolate chip cookie. Take that, Europe, you and your croissant.
He just lose, you guys. You just lost me right there when it come on to the chocolate cookie. I know we said a lot of things that you should have never thrown that one in there. When it come on to chocolate, that goes to the European side. Hands down, pat down. It could be cookie, it could be just a dip, it could be a drizzle. When it comes to chocolate, America is nowhere in the league with that. Now let's go back. A lot of inventions, gotta be honest. America did do. Yes, you are the forefathers when it comes on to the World Wide Web. Don't get me wrong, UK and then certain other things, but with all the lists that he named out, that's amazing. Gotta give US this one as well, but not the chocolate part. Sorry.
Number 6, gas prices. Your gas prices suck, Europe, face it. I know you go by liters, and we're going to break it down for gallons, which we use here in the United States, and dollars, okay? I found a nice little chart that breaks it down as of May 1st, 2022. The highest gas prices in the world right now is Hong Kong.
Sorry about that, guys. A phone call was
He
coming
said,
in.
I know you go by liters, and we're going to break it down for gallons, which we use here in the United States, and dollars. Okay. I found a nice little chart that breaks it down as of May 1st, 2022. The highest gas prices in the world right now is Hong Kong, and it is $10.87 on average per gallon of gas. Norway, it's 9.13 for a gallon of gas. Monaco, it's $9 a gallon of gas. Iceland, $8.75. Denmark, $8.69. Finland, $8.64. Greece, $8.38. Netherlands, $8.33. Germany, $7.91. United Kingdom, $7.70. The list goes on. Sweden, $7.69. Liechtenstein, $7.66. Estonia, $7.55. Switzerland, $7.47. This list goes on. You know where the United States is? 84th in the world with $4.58 on average countrywide. Now, this is the point where a bunch of people here in the United States are going to leave some political comment or how they just paid $5.10 in Los Angeles or something.
Based
This
on
is the
location.
national average. Good thing you people in Europe like to ride bikes everywhere.
God, I'm really into US on this one. Your gas prices are what? That's a lot, guys. It's a lot. I'm paying $3 something a gallon, and it depends on what's going on. You can even go down to $2 something. I'm like, we're getting away with. Damn, that's crazy. Them gas prices he's naming off. We're number 84. That's amazing. Golly. And yes, if he said there are people in comment section coming, I just paid $5 something or whatever. It's based on which state that you're in and based on location at the end of the day. But here in Alaska, I'm paying $3.80 for premium gas because it's the only gas that I put in my truck. Premium. And it's cheap. Pretty much, it's cheap.
Number 5, fast food. Now, this is a strange one, I know, because fast food isn't really something you should be proud of. But I will tell you right now, every single European I know, that's one of the first things they say is our fast food is amazing. The variety and the flavor is awesome. You have great food in Europe. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that. You have a lot of really classic cuisine. You know, I mean, the Italian stuff you got going on in Italy, France, amazing. I could really do without German food, but still, you know. But Americans that go over there, they bring that up all the time. And Europeans that come over here talk about how amazing our fast food is. Okay. Again, it's unhealthy. It's probably why we're one of the largest countries in the world as far as chubby people go. But still, it tastes great. We have a wide variety. It's something that's kind of awesome.
Well, I've heard this one before, that the US have a lot of fast food and it's not that bad tasting. It's just that it's not good for you. Period. Point blank. You guys don't have fast food chains like how the US run in Europe. It's not as much. So, and he's right. It's not good for you, and the quantity over quality. That's what the US runs on. But you gotta give them that one. That's why they so obese. It's just the truth. I think I'll lean more to the healthier side. So I don't think that should be the reason why it's better. I'm sorry, guys. This one, nope. I don't. Yeah, that shouldn't be on the list. Fast food, nope.
Number 4, modern music, jazz, blues, rock and roll, rap, hip hop. As far as modern music goes, it all started here, and anything that was done in Europe was basically a new version of something that came from the United States. Prove me wrong. Now, if you go way back in music, Mozart, Wagner, Chopin, Bach, those are all great. But what have they done for us lately? I mean, they haven't done much for us lately because they all died like in the early 1900s or late 1800s or even earlier than that. They haven't done much for us lately. But modern music is where the United States shines. What is considered to be the first rock and roll song ever was done by Ike Turner and Jackie Preston. They wrote a song called Rocket 88, and that is considered to be the first rock and roll song ever. If it wasn't for that, and then Elvis taking that type of music, and Buddy Holly and people like that, we wouldn't have had the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or some version of that. Again, don't get me wrong, there has been some amazing modern music that's come out of Europe, but yeah, we started it. Number 3.
I'm split in the middle with when it comes on to the music. I wouldn't put it as one of the reasons why the US is better than Europe, because I'm gonna split down the middle. Because when it comes on to music, both both areas to me has contributed tremendously. And when he said Bach and all of them, and you talk about classical music, how dare you? What have they done? I'm like, are you serious? Oh, my son plays the harp, and when he plays music like that, it's so amazing. When Sean goes on the harp, I'm like, oh. But I digress. Yeah, America has a very diverse genres of music. I get it, but I think both sides contributes perfectly. That's how I see it.
3, the landscapes. Now, this one's going to be up for an opinion because Europe does have the Alps, amazing rivers like the Rhine, Lake Como, and other amazing lakes, the Azores, Tuscany, the Greek Isles. Those are all great, but it doesn't compare to the sheer volume that we have here in the United States with places like Yosemite, Arches, the Great Smoky Mountains, the Rocky Mountains, the Great Lakes, the Everglades, Death Valley, the giant sequoias, the Redwoods, Yellowstone National Park, the Badlands, the Grand Canyon, the entire state of Oregon outside of Portland. That list can go on about amazing landscapes to see here in the United States. Europe does have some good ones, but just in sheer volume and numbers and things to see, we're a bigger country and we have amazing landscapes. So we get the win, in my opinion, on that one. Now, to be fair, if we start looking at amazing buildings, ancient buildings and stuff, Europeans got us killed there. But, the Colosseum, Eiffel Tower, Big Ben, so many other ones. We have nothing that compares to that, but our land and our natural beauty is, my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, so much better.
Sorry. Nah. I cannot give the US this. I cannot give US this one. I'm sorry. Yes, when it comes on to the how vast it is, yes, don't get me wrong. But you can't put the US against Europe when it comes on to scenery. No. Yeah, there are beautiful places in the US. Don't get me wrong, like all the places that you've named. But when you throw the US against Europe, all those European countries and their sites and all, yeah, we're not talking about the castles and all of that. But no, I'm sorry. The US, I can't give US this one based on what I've learned and seen so far. The US will beat when it comes on to the magnitude of how huge the US is, but the different terrains and yeah, it has some beautiful places. I am repeating myself, but Europe beat US on that one. And I love the fact that he kept saying my personal opinion, because I know he thinks he's stretching on that one.
Taxes. Everyone in the United States always seems to think they have the highest taxes. Not even close. The United States is ranked 44th. If you take what the United Nations considers a country and you rank them by how much they tax their citizens, this is how they're ranked. The Ivory Coast, for some reason, they're just taxing the hell out of everyone. But it's followed by Finland, Japan, Austria, Denmark, Sweden, Belgium, Israel, Slovenia, Netherlands, Portugal, Ireland, Spain, Iceland, China gets in there, Germany, United Kingdom, France, South Africa, South Korea, Australia, then we go back to Luxembourg, Greece, Italy, Turkey, which is not really in Europe, but you get the idea. And then after that, it goes down a while and you start seeing things like Switzerland, Monaco, Norway. And finally, way down there, number 44, you get to the United States. Here in the United States, we complain about our taxes an awful lot, especially how they're slanted towards the rich, really don't pay that much taxes. And if you're middle class or below, you're getting gouged. That's how we see it. But if you rank them on a global scale, the United States isn't doing that bad. But that top 20 is filled with a lot of European countries. All right, before we get to number 1, don't
see, I'm on the fence with this one as well. Because when it comes on to taxes, the reason for the European side, when it comes on to their taxes, it's beneficial, even though it's high. It balances out for their citizens. When it comes on to education, when it comes on to healthcare. What are our taxes doing for us here? Really? What? What do we see? What do we get out of it? What? So, sorry. The US lose on this one again. Because you cannot look at me and tell me, okay, we get high tax, but the high cost of tax, Europe beats out the US. Yes, it's high, but it's beneficial. They're gaining something from paying all those high taxes. That's why I'm on the fence on this one. You understand me? And when you think about it, the rich taxes are not that bad for them. It's the middle class and the poorer class. Nah. Europe beat US. It shouldn't be a one of the 10 reasons. Sorry. Nope.
Don't forget, we have another channel called On This Day. We'd love it if you went over there and subscribe. There's a link down below. All right, on to number 1. And number 1, shopping. Yes, I'm sure a lot of you are a little shocked, but shopping is one of the biggest complaints Americans that move to Europe have about Europe, and Europeans that come to the United States, they love how easy it is to shop. Now, it's not just ease or whatever, it's convenience and actually customer service. Customer service really doesn't seem to be much of a thing in Europe, according to most people that have moved over there or visited. What we would consider rude here in the United States really is kind of normal in Europe when it comes to someone working at a retail place or a grocery store, something like that. They don't really see it as rude. It's just very transactional to them and matter of fact. All right, that's today's video. Okay, if you've made it this far, here's the thing. Europe is a great continent. The countries there are amazing, but for some reason, they seem to think that there's nothing wrong with all of Europe and just the United States has problems. And that's going by the emails and the comments that I get on a regular basis. Now, some of you might be saying, well, why didn't you break it down by country? Well, is that fair? Look how big the United States is compared to, let's say, Germany or Switzerland or Austria. That's not fair. Each one of the countries are a little bit different, but all these kind of fit with what's going on there according to various studies and surveys of people from Europe that have moved to the United States and Americans that have moved to Europe. So it's other than the stats, it's pretty much based on people's opinions. Is it perfect science? No. Is it entertaining? Yes. Besides giving you some information, that's one of the main things we want to do here is entertain you.
He's right. Is it entertaining? You're right, it is. Is it based on facts? Could never be. And like you said, why not break it down by country? I understand that the US is huge, but yeah, he put himself in a hellhole when he threw in Euro. 10 reasons why the US is better than Europe. Nope. Number 1, shopping. I have heard that. I don't know how true it is. Let me know in the comment section if you do agree with him. But majority of persons or majority of videos that I've seen and heard, they said that it is better and when it comes on to shopping in the US, it is way better than shopping in European countries. So I'm gonna kind of lean towards him on this one because it's based on opinion and of what I've heard from other channels on here or people's, who have traveled or expats or so forth. That's one of the things that they also talk about. Oh, it's amazing to shop in the US more than when traveling outside of the US when it comes on to shopping. All right, the ease, the variety, the stuff like that. So I'm gonna let that one, but majority on the list, no, I'm sorry. You cannot group all these European countries together and say 10 reasons why the US is better than it doesn't work. I know like he said, he couldn't have separated and said, well, Germany are here or Netherlands are there. He couldn't have because of the magnitude of the US, and that's why he had to group everybody. But it does not. It's not one fit all gloves. It doesn't work like that. It does not. Very interesting video. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comment section, because this one threw me for a loop. I was expecting something way than what he has on the list. That's not what I was expecting at all. Some of the stuff that he put on the list. It's your island girl and I'm running out here. Be good, be kind, relax. Just, go with the flow. This video was very interesting. Don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe. And like I said, if you wish to support the channel in another way, go ahead and become a member to the channel. Once you click on that join button, you will see all the perks that is offered. Also, another way you can support the channel is buying your girl a coffee by hitting that thank you button if you did enjoy this content. And that's on the channel as well. Be good. Smile. Wrap back. Relax. Tell me what you'd like me to check out next. We'd really love to hear what you want this girl to check out and learn something in the process as well. Love you guys. Catch you guys in another video. Bye, guys.